1,100 pieces of silver.
So you let me know that's what money is? What that's doing there? I thought it supposed to be Federal Reserve note.
No, the Benjamins.
Wait a minute. What they doing in there, man?
It says
what they doing in there?
1,100
silver, man.
pieces of silver. And it says, and Delilah said to Samson, tell me, I pray thee, wherein thy great strength lieth.
Hey, I bet you you won't Google HJR 192. I bet you won't Google that. I bet you won't Google that. I bet you won't go look up HJR 192 and tell me what that is. Go ahead.
It says, and wherewith thou mightest be bound to afflict thee. And Samson said unto her, if they bind me with 7 green whips that were never dried, then shall I be weak and be as another man. And them 7 green whips, that's a Hebrew word yathar, meaning small ropes or cords. So you like little small.
Wait a minute, you look up words?
Yeah, I had to, brother. I didn't know what it was either, so I had to look it up.
You look that word up, man?
Had to look it up.
Wait a minute, man. You don't supposed to look up no word, man. What's wrong with you,
man? You're supposed to go out how you feel, brother. It's how you feel.
Hey, that's how you feel,
how
man.
You feel.
Don't look up that word, man. Go on that Bible. You're going too deep, man. You're looking up the words, man.
It says, verse 8, then the lords of the Philistines brought up her 7 green whips, which had not been dry, and she bound him with them. Now there were lying men in wait, abiding in the chamber. And she said unto him, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he brake the whips as the threads of towel is broken when it touches the fire. So his strength was not known. And Delilah said unto Samson, behold, thou hast mocked me and told me lies. Now tell me, I pray thee, wherewith thou mightest be bound. And he said unto her, if thou bind me fast with new ropes that never were occupied, then I shall be weak and be as another man. Delilah therefore took new ropes and bound him therewith and said unto him, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And there were liars in wait, abiding in the chamber.
Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute, man. Ain't Samson an Israelite? Damn, why he going against the Philistines, which are offspring of Mizraim, which are Hamites? Why is he doing that, man?
Yeah. Why he going against his own?
Why he not saying why he not saying he Mizraim? What's wrong, man?
It says,
what's wrong, man?
And he break from off his arms like a thread. And
that's a cut for polite. What's wrong, man? Polite, answer that one. Answer that one, man. Here it is, an Israelite is overthrowing your ancestors. Why he ain't agreeing with them? Why your ancestors trying to set an Israelite up? Cause you kind of, man, that nigga polite so goddamn dumb. That black college shit so fucking stupid, man. I don't even want to deal with that shit no more. Go ahead.
It says, verse 13, and Delilah said unto Samson, hitherto thou hast mocked me and told me lies. Tell me wherewith thou mightest be bound. And he said unto her, if thou weavest the 7 locks of my head with a web, meaning that web is like what's called a wolf, meaning it's like a scarf. It's like a clouded scarf. It's like a net, like a clouded net. He says, and she fastened it with the pin and said unto him, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awake out of his sleep and went away with the pin of the beam and with the web. And she said unto him, how canst thou say I love thee when thy heart is not with me? The damn woman, man. Her ass set them up constantly.
Hey, that's what happened, man. That's what happened, man. Jake fall weak. Dealing with these goddamn women, man. Jake fall weak. And shit, man.
She studied setting them up. It says,
it be over, man.
And hast not told me wherein thy great...
It be over, man. Jake's strength be gone, man. That's why Delilah is called feeble, man. You fall therefore you become weak, man. Go ahead.
It says, and she said unto him, how canst thou say, I love thee, when thy heart is not with me? Thou hast mocked me these 3 times, and hast told me wherein thy strength lieth. And it came to pass, when she pressed him daily.
Oh, she owned him like a serpent, man.
She owned him.
Like a nigga woman, man. Damn, she must have learned that from the nigga woman.
And it came to pass, when she pressed him daily with her words, and urged him, so his soul was vexed unto death, that he told her all his heart, and said unto her, there have not come a razor upon my head, for I have been a Nazarite unto the Most High from my mother's womb. If I be shaven, then my strength will go from me, and I shall become weak and be like any other man. So, you know, the scriptures don't tell you she probably had laid them big old hips on him and shit. He was laying there. After he popped it. Yeah, he got too comfortable. Yeah, you can't trust him.
That's why he supposed to pop him and shake the spot, man. Yeah. He got too comfortable, man.
Yeah, you can't be telling him, man, everything, man. Matter of fact,
yeah.
This is Micah 7:5. Trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide.
Reason why it's saying that, because at the time, the Levites wasn't teaching Israel the proper way. Okay? So that's why it's saying trust not in. Read it again.
It says, trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide.
Because they had lost the way of the Heavenly Father. So they didn't have the guidance, man, the proper guidance, man. So that's why it's saying that. Go ahead.
Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom.
Yeah, man. Ooh. Which that applies to the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Right.
But them goddamn Hamites, man.
You don't tell no woman nothing, man.
Nah.
You don't be telling her your secrets, man. If a woman figure you out, it's supposed to be a situation where she land on her deathbed, about to take her last breath, and she said, "Your cow, I finally figured you out." And I lean down and what, baby, you ain't shit. And that's what it's supposed to be. She's supposed to look up and say, I figured your ass out, nigga, you ain't shit. And that's what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to tell her, man.
Oh, man, that's funny.
Because I didn't feel privy to that same thing. You telling these motherfuckers about you and shit, and that shit will come back and bite you in your ass, man.
You keep them dizzy, man. You keep them dizzy, man. You don't tell her, you keep them dizzy, bro. That's what you do, man.
And it says, verse 18, and when Delilah saw that he had told...
You keep them busy and let them keep that question mark in their head, man.
Yeah.
See, they got a big fat question mark in their head, man. Right. So you keep them busy, man.
Play a game of Scrabble with them. Scrabble and shit.
Oh, you doing too much. I'm getting the headache.
Yeah. I'm getting the headache, nigga. Shit.
You too serious. Go ahead.
It says, verse 18, and when Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart, she sent and called for the lords of the Philistines, saying, come up at once, for he hath shown me all his heart. Then the lords of the Philistines came up unto her and brought money in their hand. They brought it on the spot.
They brought it on the spot.
You damn nigga women, you'll sell a nigga out for a little bit of what they call it, ransom or reward money, right? And then they won't give it to you in hand. Esau will tell you, upon conviction, you get it.
Right.
Convicted. So, hell, that might take 2 years, right?
And then get what? Esau so dirty. He's so backstabbing and dirty. He'll kill you.
Yeah, he'll kill you, boy.
He'll tell you he'll give you the rent.
Yeah, he'll kill you.
And then they'll kill you. He said, he ain't that killing, because get what Esau do. He'll say, look, I know you're an Israelite, but I ain't gonna tell you, but you need to turn on him, but I'm gonna kill both of y'all, because I want the birthright back.
Yeah.
That's Esau, man. That's Esau. And matter of fact, when you go into the history, man, Esau knew exactly who he was grabbing and putting on them slave ships. I got the records. I got the records, man. He knew exactly who he was grabbing and putting on them slave ships. He knew that the Hebrew Israelites was on them slave ships. And then Christopher Columbus knew that the Northern Kingdom was on this side. I got the records, man. I got the records. Go ahead, Doc.
It says, verse 19, and she made him sleep upon his knees, and she called for a man, and she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head. And she began to afflict him, and his strength went from him. And she said, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awoke out of sleep and said, I will go out as in other times before and shake myself. And he wist not.
Wait a minute, man, I don't think you studied them scriptures, man. I don't think you studied them scriptures, man. You need to go to the Nazarite vow, man. Because I don't think that, hey, man, I don't think you studied them scriptures, man.
It says, and she said, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awoke out of his sleep and said, I will go out as at other times before and shake myself. And he wist not that the Lord Yahweh was departed from him. But the Philistines took him and put out his eyes and brought him to Gaza and bound him with feathers of brass, and he did grind in the prison house. And the reason why they brought him back to Gaza was because he had killed like but we took him back to Gaza because prior to that, when he was in Lehi, he had killed like 1,000 men with a jawbone of an ass.
Wait a minute, man.
They wanted his ass for that,
You
man.
mean to tell me Samson was doing that to the offspring of Mizraim? You mean to tell me that? You mean to tell me an Israelite was doing that to Mizraim? To the Philistines?
And man, you know what? When you just, like the brother said earlier, when you read scriptures, you have to meditate and think upon them. Now, how stupid would it look? Now, you niggas wear them damn what you call dreadlocks, right? If you had 7 of them damn things on your head, nigga, you got a disease, nigga. Cause them little things ain't big as a pencil, right? And you probably got like 300 or 400 on your head, but you got 7 of them on your head, man. Just 7. Man, look, something wrong with you, man.
But guess what, though? We looked up the word, but guess what? Them niggas still ain't gonna see it. They gonna think it's dreadlocks still.
Nigga, you walk around, nigga, with 7 of them motherfuckers on your head, nigga gonna get the fuck away from you, man. Shit, I know it's a motherfucker right here. He got one. He got that shit twisted up. It's hanging off the back, the side of his head, and he ain't got no hair, nigga. We look at that nigga. We look at that nigga like, nigga, you something wrong with you, man.
Jeremiah 10, man.
Jeremiah 10. 1. Jeremiah 10, verse 1. And it says, hear ye the word of the Lord, which the Lord Yahweh spake unto ye, you, O house of Israel.
Wait a minute. They said who?
To the O house of Israel. Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
That's all I want.
It says, learn not the way of the heathen.
Give me Psalms 105, 106, and 35.
This is the book of Psalms 106 and 35. But were mingled among the heathen and learned their works.
Most High told you not to learn the ways of the heathen. But when we got mingled amongst them, guess what Israel do? Learn their works. Go ahead, read that again.
It says,
recall and read it.
Psalms 106 and 35. But were mingled among the heathen and learned their works.
Most High command us not to do that. Read that again.
It says,
one more time. So they
Psalms
can get it.
106 and 35. But were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. back in Judges 16.
Why people learn the ways of the heathens, man? That's why we trying to tell you that dreadlock shit is not part of our customs, man. And like I said from the get-go, man, I gave you the sources on the video, but it went over your niggas' head. You demons. Go ahead.
It says, Judges 6:21, but the Philistines took and put out his eyes and brought him down to Gaza and bound him with feathers of brass. And he did grind in the prison house. Howbeit, the hair of his head began to grow again after it was shaven. So what was he doing then when the hair grew back? Was he